And it's basically you just set up a meeting like I showed, and then after you've selected save, it will come up with a registration tab, so you can show what information you want, like the name, the email, address, whatever the data is that you want to collect. But remembering to be PIPDIA and PIPA compliant, you only want to collect data that's relevant for the group. So collecting postal codes is actually a good idea, because if there is distress, you do want to know the area that the person is working in. So yeah, always good to collect that. The thing about Zoom is it actually has a lot of like tutorials and different problem solving and help pages. And one of the things that Kundalini Art Therapy has, when you sign up for their virtual open studio, I'll just do that right now. They have a lot of open studios going on right now. I am looking for one that is not in person, that's online. Hopefully it's that one. So you can see this is Ticket Tailor. So this is why I'm beginning to show you this as well. But what's great is that, you know, you get to do a write-up, you get to talk about, actually in this one they haven't done it, but you get to kind of put the parameters around it. So for example, you would say this group is confidential, cameras are required to be on at all times. So you can do a lot of setting the container through this introduction, and then when they click register, they're taken to when they want to do it, selecting the tickets, writing the details, and being able to register in that way. So this is Ticket Tailor. Let me just open it here. So Ticket Tailor, all through the pandemic, was free. However, now you have to pay for it, and you can pay per event. There isn't a fee if it's by donation. So it can be really useful if you are running a virtual open studio in that way, then you don't need to. Oh yeah, great. Denise, you've used Eventbrite. Yep, that will work fine. So this is just another platform like this, which really just helps us kind of become more organized. It's definitely been really good for me, because I don't want to get up on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. and send out an email. And so this has been a way that I've been able to schedule that. So this is what it looks like in the beginning. You get to see what events are coming up. You get to see who's signed up, how many tickets have been sold, the revenue that's been made from it. And so I'm just going to show you the behind the scenes of one of these virtual open studios. So in it, you get an event summary, and then you view the page event. And so this is what you get to see. And this is just the information that you put in. Oh yeah, so this is what I was actually going to show you on the last page. Sorry, Mary, go ahead. Oh, sorry, I thought you wanted to say something. So this is like a really good thing that I would advise you to copy or change in some way for your own virtual studios, but just to write something that allows like a guidelines for people. So we put a space for all kinds of people to come together and make art. You may want to be doing it for a specific group, a specific theme, or something that's arising. So it's a simple and effective way for people to connect, to express, and to build resilience and wellness. So guidelines: all children must be accompanied by an adult during the session. The studios are confidential. We ask that you have your camera switched on and pointed at you and your artwork through the studio session to support a sense of community engagement. And I would add, and safety to that. Please connect a few minutes before the session begins to allow time for you to get settled and situated. Note that your microphone will automatically be muted until you are invited to speak, and you can ask questions at any time by raising your hand physically or in the Zoom function, or to communicate with a therapist in the chat box. If you are unfamiliar with Zoom, need a refresher, or would like to test your setup before, we recommend joining a test meeting and checking out Zoom's help articles. So this is great. This takes a lot of pressure off of us as therapists. And if we click these links, we can go to a test Zoom meeting. So I really advise you to have this on your Virtual Open Studio page or your website. So I can't click it now because we're in a meeting, but it will take you to a test environment so that you can actually find out, can I use Zoom? Or the help articles. So this is great because it's like, these are the questions that people will want to be emailing you. And so if we give it to them up front, and it's a resource through Zoom, it's like we don't have to do the extra work. The other thing I can recommend is that you make your own video like I did for the beginning of this course to orientate you all to Zoom. So you might want to be giving that as a link to send out to your clients so that they get this sense of feeling confident and competent, and you don't have every time to be problem solving with every client. So you can either use Zoom's own resources or you can create your own. So really, really helpful to have this information up front. And it's just a link on a page, right? So it's really, really easy to put that in. And again, that's where you click register. So any questions about that? Okay, so it's all simple so far. So Ticket Tailor works in this way. And as I said, I would not use it unless you have a lot of different groups running and you want to be organized and you don't mind paying a fee for a platform. Otherwise, I would just use Zoom and use the registration through that. It's much more simple and easy, but this is so effective if you have multiple groups and you want to send out different emails. So I can come on here, I can see the event summary, I can see how many tickets have been sold. Okay, so far it's 0, days to go is 5. So I get to see different information. Then issue tickets, it will come up here telling me all the names of the people who have joined. I can also have a wait list. So if I've capped it at 10, then automatically the waitlist people will move if people cancel, which is also another really great thing. Broadcast is their version of being able to email people. So broadcasts, and this is what I really, really like, is you can create a broadcast in advance. So I just click this. Recipients would be all ticket buyers, or it could be people on the waiting list being like, sorry, you don't have a place, try again next week, or whatever it is you want to say. Put your subject in here. So we've got lots of different ones that could come up. Yeah, so let's say it's like the Zoom link for this afternoon session. I can put the message in. It also protects the Zoom link. So you don't see it directly, you just get a button and you click this to put link. And then you insert the link. Oh no, it's not that, sorry. It's that placeholder. So you put the online event link in there, which just comes up like that. So it's a way, again, to protect. Like if you have, especially, for example, a closed group or a virtual open studio, and you don't want the link to just be sent to everybody to join without registering. Oh yeah, bye, Erin. Hope you feel better. We'll catch you on the recording. We'll keep going. So you can put this event link in so you can click it so it can't be shared with others. And then you can send a test email to yourself. So how many times have I sent an email and one, I wish I'd sent that and just worked it out before. And so you can just write it in and you get to see how it formats and how it looks. And then this is also what I love. Send immediately, at a scheduled time and date, at a scheduled interval before the event starts, at a scheduled interview after the event starts. So you can send a Zoom link, you can send a survey after people finish, or I can just be like, I'm going to on the, anyway, these are dates from long ago, but I'm going to send it on the 14th of June at, let's say my group starts at 11:30. So well, that's PM, but anyway, you get the idea. I send it like a half an hour before and it automatically goes out for me. I don't have to be thinking, oh, I've got to send this email. I can send as many different ones as I want. And then you just click this and then you schedule the broadcast and it just comes up when it's done. So it's like For anyone who's got multiple groups and just wants like easy systems of registration, I would recommend something like this. So the other things with this, you basically will take your Zoom link and you put it into your online event link. And you just cut and paste it in there. So, and then you just save it so that you have your group and it's already there for you. And let me just see if there's anything else I wanted to share from this. Yeah, I think that's it. And so you would just basically, you would create it. So you could edit event and the tickets. And so this is where you would put the title in of your event name. So it might just be Virtual Open Studio. It might be your theme, when it starts and ends. You have all the pieces that I showed you that came up in the finalized screen with the guidelines and things like that. You can also upload images. Creating header. There can be different ticket types as well. And you can also have a payment method. So it can come through Stripe, or you can allow people to pay by e-transfer or allow them to make a donation. You can even suggest the donation amount that you think that you want and also tell them where it's going towards. So you can see that there's lots of other little bits as well. And you can also direct them to a confirmation page as well that you've created on your website. So it can be really helpful to have like this setup, right? It's not that we need it though. I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I have to go out and do this. It's very much this place of, as you build more, as you have more, and you feel like you need more organization, use something like Ticket Tailor to support you in the direction that you're going in. Does anybody have any questions about that? And you can always refer to this video as well. So it's a lot to take in and be like, how did I remember? And what button did she press that? So please feel free, if you do go for it, to come back and watch this video again.